There we go. Hold on 1 second, guys. Gonna do one more thing here. It's my new thing that I'm put down in the comments section, my Twitter account. Gonna try to get over 1,000 Twitter followers here if I can over the next few months or so. All right, let's see right here. Follow me on Twitter. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. Hope you guys are all doing well. I know this isn't going to be the most robust stream today just because most of you guys watch my late night streams and not my early morning streams. However, it is going to be a very, very important day. We have CPI data coming out in about a half an hour or so. And we're going to have a pretty drastic move in the charts either way. I'm hoping that we're under expectations, but it seems like the consensus right now is people freaking out a little bit more, saying, hey, we're probably going to be a little bit hot. But I think at the end of the day, most people are just guessing at this point. So we'll see. That's why, we're going, everybody has their own idea of how cold or hot we are going to be with this inflation report here. We've had a rocky few days. It's already been pretty bad, everybody. However, this is our opportunity to have a nice short-term reversal, at least for like a week or so, or at least a few days, if we can have a CPI report that's not going to be freaking, blowing us up. If we do have a really hot CPI report with all the drama going on, Bitcoin could take a hit back down here to around the 14,000s level. I'd be buying some crypto at that point just to see if this cluster works a fifth time. I think it'd be worth it for me. The crypto that I bought yesterday, and I talked to you guys about this on stream, I bought some, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some lower market cap coins when Bitcoin was underneath 16,000, just to see what would happen here. An entry, like a scale-in position, if you will, because my real goal is to buy down here if we get the luxury, but CPI report kind of forced my hand a little bit. We're going to see how this works out, but if the CPI report is hot, I do expect us to be coming back down to at least retest this 15,589 level, and then most likely coming back down below 15,000 or to $15,000. Okay, I'm hoping we're not going to go down like to $13,000, $11,000 today if we have a bad CPI report, but that would really take a really, really bad CPI number, and you'll see the big move within the first few minutes. If we have a good CPI report that's lower than expectations, everybody, I would expect us to try to make our way back up here to 17,223, and then most likely back up here to $17,000, $18,000, 18,000 pretty much. And then from there, we might kind of, cool off a little bit, and we'll kind of have to wait to see how, where the inflation is coming from, okay? What areas were, lower than expectations? Was it food going down? Was it gas going down? Or energy going down, That's the big thing. I got CNBC hot and ready to go as well. Right now, they're just talking. Oh, actually, right now it's just a commercial here. But they've been talking about crypto all week, and they've been freaking out about it, talking about Robinhood, Coinbase, yada, yada, yada. I don't know exactly when that Solana is going to be unlocked, and that maybe that potential big drop is going to be coming, so be careful there. At this point in time, though, Solana is up about 9%. STMX is up by like 13, ADA is up 11, FTT is up 20%, Ethereum Classic is up 16, Dogecoin's up 11, 12%, and Bitcoin's up about 4%. We've had a big bounce since those lows last night. So if you guys are more of the cautious type, and I'm trying not to be cautious today, you might have scaled out a little bit of those positions that were bought when Bitcoin was under 16,000. If you guys did that, if you guys didn't, you guys are in a whole different ball game than I am right now. So being patient. This is going to be one of those big volatile moments, everybody. So trade safely and be don't trade with any too much emotion here, all right? So let's hop on over to the charts. There we go. You guys can see everything's ready. And let me just show you guys this very fast. CNBC is right there. We're going to be looking pretty good. The volume's off at this point in time, but when we have Centelli, whatever his name is, come on CNBC, we'll see how hot or how cold the inflation report is. Basically, is it above expectations or below expectations? All right. Hope you guys are doing good. Oh my God, the bots are up early in the morning here. Early in the morning. And hey, I've got an edge. Hey, Tony. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, Moo. What's right here? GT. What's right here? Let's see. Hey, Puma. Heru. Let's see. Fallen and Bideford. There we go. Okay, make sure there's no more spam here. Let me move some stuff around here. But you've seen a lot of crypto assets have a pretty good bounce today, guys. So we're looking at Bitcoin. Dollar index continues to rise here off of that support level. I don't know, gosh, I don't know why, but these lines keep on disappearing on me. You know the support and resistance levels we're talking about here for the dollar index. We continue to rise here, kind of going back into that nice little pattern. If we do have a hotter than expected CPI report, I expect us to break out. Although we are going to be having a death cross tomorrow, which will be pretty interesting to see how the market reacts to that. Because we could actually finish off the week here pretty green if people have a feeling that we're about to really turn over here and we're about to have a drop down to maybe 107 as far as the CPI report is concerned, or the dollar index is concerned. Go back over here as well. There we go. Ethereum breaking down, having that big bounce right there. Each breakdown has been fine if you guys have been trading it. Ethereum Classic here, still dumping, but still higher than the June lows. That's why you've seen some of these types of coins fall a little bit harder than Bitcoin and maybe an ADA, because they had pumped up so much and they're kind of coming back down to reality because Bitcoin already found new 2022 lows. A lot of these coins haven't during this last week with the FTX debacle. Let's see. Dogecoin still above 2022 lows. FTT, man, this thing's in a crunch, guys. If we go over here to Twitter very fast, make sure to follow me on Twitter. And one thing that also, for as far as social media, I've changed up the Discord a little bit here. There we go. And so most of you guys aren't going to be able to see the trading room right now. You guys are going to have to just go verify yourself and click the little reaction button to verify yourself in the server. And you just have to click this little button right here and you guys get verified. And then you guys can go back down here and chat. But like nobody's in this trading room yet because I just did it a few hours ago. Only a couple bots and a couple moderators. That's it right now. So make sure if you guys want to go back to the Discord, you guys just verify yourself very fast. And I'm probably going to change the setup here in a little bit. Again, just to make sure you do like an email verification. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it because the spam has been freaking crazy on Discord lately. Okay. But, BNB's doing okay. ADA, STMX all kind of having these little bit of a bounces here. CNBC has some breaking news coming out right now, but this isn't SEC. Oh, let's see how this works out. Let me see this very fast, guys. This may be interesting. It says crypto crisis of confidence. SEC Chair Gary Gensler live on FTX implosion. So let me turn this down a little bit. They have an interview with him. I just see what happens if we can listen in very fast. And let me go over here to Coinbase. There we go. So we can kind of see what's going on in real time. And drop this off right here. And let's see how this works out very fast.
Customer money, non-disclosure, and leverage, borrowing against it, and inside, these companies trading, investors get hurt. And I think just looking at what we see in the press, if I can stay with that, just Andrew, this story has been going on for many months. You remember the collapse of Terra Luna and a bunch of crypto lending platforms.
So basically, what he's having an issue with is using customer funds as collateral for high leverage plays by what you guys just might want to call as a hedge fund. And that's one of the reasons that FTX is in so much trouble, is because user funds was used as collateral, and now that they're being margin called and stuff like that, the people that have money on the FTX International exchange, they're not going to most likely be able to get their money back because of the way the contracts are filled out. And when you guys first sign up, you guys push a little button and you say, I accept the terms and conditions. Somewhere hidden in those terms and conditions was most likely that little thing that says, hey, your money may be lent out, and if it does go poo-poo, you don't get it back, right? All right, but we can go back to listening to this for a second. I don't really like listening to Gary, but he's going to be the guy going after these people.
A massive undoing of FTX isn't enough. What do you say about that?
Look, I think that investors need better protection in this space. But I would say this is a field that's significantly non-compliant, but it's got regulation, and those regulations are often very clear. And we have multiple paths. And one path is working with those crypto exchanges, crypto lending platforms, and to get them properly registered. And why that matters is that so the public's protected. But we have another path, which is enforcement. We've brought, between my predecessor and the teams now at the SEC, at least 100 actions in this case. And we've been very clear in these various enforcement actions. And we had a big win even this week on a crypto token called Library, where a court clearly said, you've been on fair notice. And yes, this is a securities under the securities law.
But Gary, in fairness, there are millions, if not billions of dollars that are going to get tied up that potentially will get lost in this situation by investors, not just retail investors, but pensions that have given money to venture capitalists that have invested in these things. Shouldn't this be more regulated?
Yes, Andrew, and the laws are clear. And look, the runway is running out. I mean, the American public and investors around the globe are getting hurt.
Okay, there we go. I don't want to be running it a little bit too much here, just because of I want to save the ammo for so YouTube doesn't get mad at me, basically, for the CPI data. But you get what he's saying. He's going to be taking advantage of this to try to go after certain exchanges and make sure they're more regulated. I welcome regulation. I'm just happy Gary is not the one making the regulation. It's still going to be up to Congress. I think at the end of the day, I think the Senate may stay the same, or maybe Democrats pick up one seat, so it's 51-49. And I think Republicans take the House. I assume they will. That should be better for crypto regulation if you guys want looser regulations. But that regulation is going to still take into account what's been going on here. So I don't think you're probably going to see this type of stuff happening during the next bear market. So, I mean, who knows how long it's going to be to the next bear market, honestly. But I don't think we're going to see something like this happen again. Or at least you're not going to see Americans exposed to such another situation here. So when people talk about this being that maybe that last opportunity to really buy crypto during this bear market cycle before it really starts going big forever, I think that's partly what they mean. Because when you think about crypto, there's some institutional players in right now, but not many, right? As crypto becomes safer with more regulation in their eyes, you're going to see more money start to flow in here. And you've already started to see some of those deals being worked out right now, even during this bear market, right? BlackRock getting into it a little bit. Fidelity starting to allow people to trade crypto. They're all getting into it right now, but slowly, patiently, because they're waiting for regulation to kind of catch up to where the big players think it needs to be at this point in time. So, this might be the worst bear market we have for a while here. Perhaps we have to see how institutional money plays it, but it may be kind of choppy next bear market, of course. But I don't think next bear market, at least in the American markets here, we're not going to have exchange fall off a cliff, exchange fall off a cliff, exchange fall off a cliff. And also the reasoning for that, to get a little bit more technical about the economy, I don't think the Federal Reserve and governments are going to be going willy-nilly spending money all over again. What we had over the past cycle was absolutely insane with how much money the government was spending. And on top of that, how much money the Federal Reserve was just printing off. And you saw what that did to the market and how bad things got, right? And here are W. Herschel will take Georgia. Nevada will go Republican Senator 2. I think Nevada's probably going to go Republican, but I don't know about the runoff here. I guess it really depends on where those that libertarian candidate, where those voters go. I think for Herschel Walker, probably a good strategy would probably try to get Kemp to come out and tour the country with you, or the state, to get as many people to get those. He needs to get those Kemp votes, because Kemp got way more votes, from what I understand, than Herschel Walker. he needs to appear more moderate, or just just do enough to get those libertarian votes to come on over, and those people that maybe didn't vote before to get them over. But it's going to be a razor's edge here, razor's edge as far as the Senate. But yeah, Republicans could still walk away with both the House and the Senate, which is absolutely insane when you consider how the mood has changed. I think from what I saw in the local media, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, about how this works out, they're all saying about how Republicans are probably going to win the House, Senate, maybe still a toss-up in their eyes. But they all kind of focus on the point that it wasn't the wave that everybody wanted it to be or people expected it to be. And then when I watch stuff like the BBC, Channel 4 over in France, France 24, and Europe and the German political shows, they're all talking about how Biden's most likely going to lose the House and how he's not going to be able to get his agenda through anymore. So there's two different global views here. It's one's the American media, the rest is the European media. Maybe I should watch. I don't know what other media I should be watching out there though. Let me put these up here. I always forget because I was running late this morning. But it's always interesting to kind of see how different media around the world is taking this information in. Because I guess we always focus about ourselves. That's what we're doing here in America. Same with Europe, but we talk about each other now and again. But there are a lot of political channels out in Europe that just focus on American politics, which I just think is mind blowing. Because it's how it affects their politics. Because we have much more of an influence over in Europe than Europe has an influence over us here in America, and that's pretty easy to understand. We give them a lot of money. We've been providing them with a lot of energy this cycle. They're worried about Republicans aren't going to, I don't think, give unlimited amounts of money to Ukraine. There are going to be conditions on top of that, right? If you want to give money to Ukraine, we also want this. If you want, that's what's most likely going to be happening over the next few months. Because it's been getting expensive, of course, to have this proxy war with Russia right now. We're draining Russia's resources like crazy, but we're also just spending a lot of money ourselves. Let's see. And hey, Michael, despite the mess, maybe on the end, it will stop this exchange mess from happening in the future. That's what I think is going to be happening. The only thing is, remember, guys, as far as regulation, they're probably still working on some stuff right now. But now that Republicans are in control, the bill that they have been working on, I don't know if that's really going to go anywhere, or if Republicans are going to try to start from scratch, since they have more power in the House and they may have more power in the Senate after all said and done. I don't know if it's going to be 50-50, 49-51, Republican, Democrat, whatever you want to say. I think they're probably going to have to restart that bill, and there's going to be a fresh attack of all the lobbyists out here going to try to get them to make regulations that are kind of, logical red tape. I think a logical red tape is always good. People usually go too far or too little. It's going to be hard to meet that balance. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to have a little bit less regulation if Republicans are building out the bill. And I do think eventually Republicans may try to use this as a political tool to say, hey, we're the pro-crypto party, we don't want to mess up crypto with high regulations, but there's still going to be regulations, but you guys know what I'm saying. It'll be very interesting to see how all that plays out. And it looks like we have 15 minutes left until the CPI data comes out. Gary is still talking. He's talking quite a bit. People are talking about Tether and how it just depegged here a few minutes ago. We should actually take a look at that, just so you guys can see. Excuse me. Would it probably be good to go to currency.com maybe? This is what we're talking about here. This just happened about, 4:15, so just 45 minutes ago or so. We're kind of bouncing back up here right now, and we came down to 97.5 cents basically. Let's go to the daily chart here. We haven't had this happen since May, back when Celsius itself was kind of going kaput, and you saw we came all the way down here to 95. They did find a way to get it back up really fast, and so far I'm pretty sure they're going to try to do the same thing here. But be careful with Tether at this moment in time, guys. Hopefully it doesn't end up being anything too bad here. But if Tether were to collapse, that's the kind of end of time sign right there. Because that means we would have to go to UDSC or something like that. we'll try to find out more news about it. But usually, you guys know, I've been pretty into Twitter over the past 24 to 48 hours. So let me go over here very fast. We can see if there's been any tweets or actions about it. And right now, CNBC is just talking about the FTX investors, SoftBank, Tiger Global, Sequoia, BlackRock, and Paradigm. All right. See, Alameda bought up and acquired 70% of USD Tether. Let's hope that's not true. Rumor is Justin Sun is being extorted by Sam Bankman-Fried, telling FTX it will support it if Alameda stops dumping USDD. If it continues, it could depeg UDST. Old Yeller is rabid right now. At some point, it's going to at some point it's time to put the dog down before he bites everyone in the family. I don't know how that's going to work out, but yeah, we got to figure this out. Tron Dow Reserve. So people are trying to help out with the USDT here. Let's see. Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing. Yeah, we've been here before, but we don't want to see this continue to happen. I would assume the exchanges are going to try to buy up a lot to keep everything, safe, so to speak. Where was that post I just saw right here? Better not come for Tether. Oh gosh. Let's see, because that would leave us to another big dump here if Tether started going downhill. So here, don't they have? Or let me just do this, people. How far do I have to go up? There you go. There you go. No issues. We keep going. That was an hour ago. And right after that hour, we had this drop. So, let me see. Yeah, 1 hour, 30 minutes ago. So, they did it right over here. So, that might have been the boost that we just saw here. It's going to be kind of an interesting moment on this one. I wasn't expecting Tether to depeg. I mean, maybe a little bit because it's happened before during this kind of the last big crisis with Celsius. But, it went down to 97.5. We need to be watching this pretty closely, everybody. Because I think the majority of us have at least a little bit of exposure to Tether. I would have to say that, right? So we'll keep a close eye on it. All right, there we go, though. Keep an eye out on it. There we go, right here. But yeah, that's not a good sign, everybody. And hey, Phoenix, happy to see you back, man. Hope you're doing very, very well. We just need this country back to normal. Spending needs to stop, and people need to pay their own bills. Lower rent and food create strong jobs. Yes, we do need to slow down spending. We've been absolutely crazy with it through the pandemic and now with all the extra stuff. Like the debt is so insane right now that I don't even know how we get it under control. The Western world is kind of really built off of this debt system here, right? I have no idea how we get debt under control. I really don't, because if we raise taxes to try to, start paying, it's not even like it's the interest payments. It's the interest payments that's what's like driving everybody nuts. I don't know how we get a surplus in the economy without cutting spending, but both parties, to a certain degree, still like to spend, right? So I don't know. I don't know how we fix that fix that issue right there. The Libertarian, I believe, said that he will support Walker. Oh, I didn't hear that. That's going to be interesting. So that means a lot of those votes will go right over, and that'd be a huge boost for Walker right there. And Ed Thomas will be. So there'll be a scam pump. I mean, there's usually always a pump going into CPI data. It's whether that pump kind of goes up with lower than expectations, excuse me, or if we have a big old dump if expectations are higher. If we're higher than expectations, excuse me. I mean, we've been higher than expectations for a while now, guys. I think maybe a couple months ago we were kind of more in the middle, but it was still not good information. It was like still over 8%. I think some people are saying it may even get to like 9-10% this time. I really hope not. But let me go over here very fast. Bloomberg says U.S. inflation to cool only slightly. So month over month, 0.06. So core CPI right here, year over year, they're saying it's going to go down from like the 8.3 down to 6.5. Let's see. I don't know. Month over month. Where's the year over year though? So consensus right now is lower than where we were a couple months ago. Excuse me. Forecast from 13 major banks. We got about 7 minutes left until CPI data comes out. CNBC is talking about they're talking to their real estate correspondent. 3D printing and stuff. Okay. Let's get at that. Let's get at that. Let's see. Oh, so Danske Bank is looking for 8% year over year. TDS is looking for 6.5 month over month. Yeah. So 6.5. Deutsche Bank is looking at 6.5 core year over year. Headline dip to okay. Oh, so they're expecting 8%. Okay. 8% right there. I don't like how they kind of have this mixed up as far as which is which. 8% October. So this is a tick down at 0.02 following the Deutsche Bank one. So looking for 8%. So you have a pretty broad range here. 8% year over year, unchanged at 6%. So we're kind of having a weird range, like anywhere from like 6.5% to like 8% seems to be that range right now. Looking over here, what are we looking at? They don't have one here. So they're looking for maybe they want to see 0.2, but they don't actually say the number here. Oh, ANZ says rise by 0.4. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no, that's month over month. Where's year over year? So increased by 0.7. So they think it might increase year over year by 0.7 here. 0.7 on the month. Leaving the annual rate of inflation lower at, oh, so 8% for this one. I don't know how these people are reading it, but 8% here. And the latter at 6.6% year over year. So you got a pretty broad range here. I guess it'll be I don't know which one CNBC uses or the big news organizations use. Probably some central, the Federal Reserve's one or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, it looks like there's some leeway here. There we go. All right. Well, I didn't know it was Herschel Walker, the running back. Oh yeah, Herschel Walker, the running back. How did you not know that? That's the whole reason I think he's been out there. He's and I think there's a big football game too right before the runoff election here. Let's see, CPI comes out in 15. I expect a quick scam pump, then a dump to 14,000 for Bitcoin. That next support level is around Bitcoin. So if CPI is higher than expectations, that's most likely what's going to happen here. If CPI is better than expectations, then maybe it's like a surprise lower amount. Like it's a surprise, oh my gosh, inflation's going down. That'll lead us to a really big pump. And I don't know if we're actually going to have that dump afterwards because shorts are just going to be panicking to get out as fast as possible. Because I think that the market feels that we're going to be headed down here over the next, few minutes or so. We have about 4 minutes until the CPI data comes out. There is a lag as far as when I'm talking and when you're getting the information here. So If you guys are looking at your own charts, you'll see them drop or boom before my charts are. Just in case you guys are wondering here, YouTube has anywhere from like a 15 to a 30-second lag. I do stream in 4K quality, boom, 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 boom. So, you know, that may take a little bit longer than the 15 seconds, but I think it's like normally 15 to 30 seconds or something like that. But most YouTubers don't stream in 4K. I pay for the internet so I can actually stream in 4K, so I always like to stream in 4K. Oh, man. And hey, Blake, Tether's back to normal. Great, 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 great. I wasn't expecting anything crazy to happen with it, but I'm happy it got fixed up really fast. You don't want to see that stay down for too low. Otherwise, we're all going to be having flashbacks to what happened with UST and Luna and how much of a debacle that was right there. I think so, Debbie. I appreciate it. What's right here? And Binance just released proof of its funds. Coinbase better do the same, regulated or not. Yeah, they have a whole different ball game they're playing at Coinbase, but yeah, because Coinbase has to try to be profitable and stuff like that. And Coinbase has access to capital, which FTX does not at this point. I thought they might try to have a chance, but nope. It's right here. How is this going to affect the Voyager FTX acquisition? Seems I'll never get my cryptos back stuck on Voyager. Most likely, it'll get sold off again in another piece. It's going to take months for that to get down. So we waited months for FTX to buy it. We're going to have to wait months for FTX to go through bankruptcy, and then for another player to come in and buy it. And then, and only then, you might see customers get some funds. It'll probably be Binance, to be honest. They'll probably be the one to buy it. Or it'll be some company like Fidelity, or something that's trying to get into crypto and they want to get access to that user base. Remember last night we were talking about how we got about 1 minute left. We were talking about how the reason you're going to do it is because you want to lower customer acquisition. Normally, to get somebody to sign up through crypto, it usually costs about 50 to 60 bucks on average. To get somebody to, like, in a bear market, to sign up and deposit funds. Well, if you and that's kind of going crazy, like you're just finding people that have interest in crypto. Well, 2 minutes. Oh, so they're saying 2 minutes and 22 minutes. Maybe my clock is a little bit fast. 2 minutes there. It says 1 minute for me. Okay, but anyway, by buying Voyager, they'll have access to all the emails, all the customer information, and they can start advertising to them right away, saying, hey, we're going to help you get your funds back. Sign up for our new email with our Fidelity exchange, and we'll give you guys updates from there. And then from there, they can really just start hooking you line and sinker, hook, line, and sinker, to sign up for their product. And hopefully, in their eyes, you're going to stick around and use their exchange because they'll probably end up paying you back your crypto on your exchange. And you can see here's that pump that you guys are talking about. This is a short-term pump, but let's see what happened as far as CPI data is concerned, okay? Now, let me put CNBC back on the screen very fast once it goes live for me. But I think you guys might have the information pretty fast. Oh, and hey, Lamar, I'll check the Discord link here in just a second. Let me see if I can do this very fast. Invite people. Copy. Boop. Boop. And there's the link right there. I just put it down there, and you should be able to see it right now. So here. And here, no worries. Happy to help you out. All right, there we go. We got a nice little pump coming out of here of Bitcoin. I'm guessing you guys are seeing some inflation data. I don't see it just yet, but maybe if I go over here to CNBC, I'll just wait for it. It's still a commercial on my part, but you're seeing that pump up. I guess what they still said 2 minutes away from here. Better than expected. There you go. See, right? Better than expected. We're going up to testing at the Fibonacci level, breaking out above the Fibonacci, testing it out. Yeah, there's the breakout. Okay. All right, and let me go over here very fast to CNBC. There we go.
up 9/10. Year over year, up 7.7. Definitely less than 7.9 expected. High water mark there,
7.9 expected.
9.1 in June of this year, going back to 1981. 6.3 on food and energy year over year, and that was the one many were very nervous about. Last month it was 6.6. That is the high water mark going back to 1982. On initial claims, 225,000, which means it's up 7,000 from a slightly revised 218,000. And on continuing claims, 1,493,000, about exactly as expected. So on the inflation front, definitely a bit tame, but it's hard to say that these numbers are cold, especially year over year. Back to you.
Wow. Rick, while you were talking, that was pretty unbelievable just to watch the Dow futures. I think we had on the chart the whole time. Again, right before this number, the futures for the Dow up by 50 points. Now they're up by almost 650, and it took off immediately. I don't know if we can take a look also at the 10-year just to see what was happening with that. Rick, you were busy reading the headlines on some of these things, but what are your thoughts about this movement that we've seen? Wow, the 10-year note falling below 4%. What do you think,
Huge move in
Rick?
Fed funds also.
Yeah, I tell you, the 10-year note below 4% is huge psychologically, obviously, but I think we get some good insight into the trading community as to what they consider an easing with respect to inflation. So these numbers might look a bit on the warm side just in general, but to watch the equities, to watch the fixed income markets, I think it screams volumes that we are on the right path and investors are going to be piling in if we continue to see these trends.
Every asset class moving. I saw the dollar down by 0.75%. I saw Bitcoin up by over $800, back above 17,000 plus. Let's get right to our panel for some instant reaction on this. Former Council of Economic Advisors Chairman Austin Goolsbee is.
Okay, we can't listen to all that stuff because those guys are really boring. But you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is doing a little bit of a rocket ship right now. We're seeing that nice little pop. And at this point, it looks like our next level of resistance is currently just kind of where we are at this point in time. We're going to be running up against a lot of different moving averages here. But this is good if you want to see a little bit more stability in the market. This is very, very good. With all the chaos that's been going around, this is a reason for the market to go up here. Now, let's take a quick look here. Make sure my face isn't blocking anything. Dollar index hasn't broken down below support, but you can see how this thing just dropped like a rock. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see if we want to see Bitcoin and other assets starting to go back up here, okay? We're not going to look at the futures too much right now, but Ethereum popping off right here. Ethereum Classic popping off. Dogecoin popping off. Dogecoin's up 21%. So if you guys wanted to see that 15-cent range that we were talking about yesterday, this is step one in order to get back up towards 15 cents, okay? This is step one. We're coming back up closer to 10 cents here. We'll see how it works out over the next few days. We're gonna, if you guys want to see Dogecoin take that next big step, back up towards 15 cents, which not every coin is going to be able to do here, like a really big move. You want to see Elon Musk talk about Dogecoin a little bit here, but just, you know, be careful. So you can just see on CNBC, just going to put it back on the screen very fast. Inflation cools, future soars. This is why I took that position last night. I will be scaling out sometime after this stream. I'm not in here for the long run. As far as just a little bit of a dip I'm buying, I'll be looking for other day trading opportunities soon. Don't get me wrong, but right now I'm just in it for a quick buck. I wanted to buy more if we crash, but it doesn't look like we're gonna crash right now unless some news comes out that we don't know. So what else do we got here? FTT still moving up a little bit higher. I mean, this thing's still at $3 when it used to be at 22, so don't like get your hopes up for this one, okay? But BNB's up a little bit, ADA is up, STMX is up. We're seeing a lot of asset classes just soaring right now, and that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see off of a good inflation report. And this, how do I say this? It's still very high inflation. It's still not good numbers. But what did we say? Not about if it's really high or how high. It's if it's higher than expectations or lower than expectations. And so while this is still bad inflationary numbers, don't get me wrong, this is lower than expectations, and that's the good that we're seeing here. That's why I kind of was talking about this more and more over the past few days. It's not what the actual number is. It's if it's higher than expectations or lower than expectations, okay? Now, Matic is up 25% right now. It just ran into the 200 moving average on the 1 hour chart. We got some good moves coming here, guys. Doge on Mars up almost 30%, bouncing up quite a bit again. XRP up. The whole market's pretty much going up quite a bit. Engine Coin yesterday, a few hours ago, had a pretty big move as well. Anything else moving up a lot? Ape Coin's up 22%. Dot's up quite a bit. There you go. So we got some good information here, guys. We'll see if the market wants to do a little bit more of a turnaround over the next few days here. If some more bad news comes in about FTX, so we're not out of the woods yet. But in the short term, this is good enough, in my opinion, to get the stock market a little bit more energized. If we take a look here at some of these other indexes, because there's the dollar index continue to come down, I just wanted to see if it was going to break down or not. This would be really good for assets if we break down. This could be a bear market rally that could last going until December, until the next CPI report, okay? So this is what we're kind of watching for right now. Crypto, we're in a much more perilous position because of Sam Bankman-Fried. Let's go over here to the daily chart. So this is the dollar index here. NASDAQ. Weekly chart. You can see how we're still prepped to dump over the next few weeks. Let's hope that doesn't occur. We still have these death crosses coming in here right now. But we could try to have a higher low here that could lead somewhere. Hopefully. Like the higher. Oh, that wasn't even a higher low right there before that quick low bounce. But we're going to be hoping for a local bottom and then try to make our way back up to maybe 12,500 for the Nasdaq. SPY is in much better shape, I would say, than the Nasdaq. See how we haven't fallen down as much. We haven't even actually had those death crosses just yet as well. So we have an opportunity to kind of extend those gains here. You could already see pre-market. We're way up here. Way up here. So much better spot. Dow Jones Industrial Average. We could actually have a breakout here, which could be interesting. Right? Breakout. And maybe try to make our way back up to 35,000 or so over the next few weeks if things get really, really good. Just keep an eye out if there's any other news that comes out as far as the economy is concerned. But right now, I don't think we're in too much of bad shape. Keep an eye on this, guys. This is good news for us. I wouldn't go straight into Goldilocks flower land, though. I would still be paying attention to see your securities and your assets pretty closely here, just because of the volatility. And then we go back over to crypto. Let's go back over here very fast. We talked about the breakdowns and how they were good opportunities to get some shorts here. But if Ethereum is back above that support level here of around $1,250. Little $1,250. Not bad. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin. This Bitcoin 15-minute chart. Are we still booming? No, we're cooling off a little bit here, guys. Cooling off a little bit, but we're not seeing that typical what would happen in like the first few minutes of a pump and then the drastic drop where the whole floor falls out from underneath the price. We haven't seen that, which is good. And that usually happens very, very quickly. I don't know if I could find the last time we had a big report, though, here. I mean, now this is news on Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, of course. But it's a move like this where we kind of come up a lot, then we just kind of come crashing back down. But it happens within a shorter time frame. All right. So, good news, cooler than expected. I think a lot of people were surprised by this information or surprised by this data, and that's why you're seeing mostly a little bit of a short squeeze going on, to be frank. I still think a lot of people are kind of scared to be buying into crypto at this point in time, but I like what I see, and we're moving in the right direction at this point in time, moving in the right direction. We need a green weekend for now, but I like the red market. Oh yeah, lots of people are taking the opportunity to buy right now. Definitely good information. Good CPI numbers. We'll see what they are after they're kind of corrected next month. But right now, all you guys have to know is the number that came out. That's the one that's really pumping up the market right now, and we're blasting through some of those resistance levels that you guys can see. See, and hey, go 1, 2, 3. If S&P 500 is going down, the market will follow ×2. Yes, but the S&P is going up today. Pre-market, it has up. What did we just say here? Oil is going up too. My energy stocks are saved. What was your post S&P? Let me just go over to the S&P actually. See SPY right here, pre-market. Pre-market, this thing is booming right now. That is good for crypto. So you would assume that if SPY goes down 1%, Bitcoin goes down 2%. If SPY goes up 1%, Bitcoin goes up 2%, right? So SPY in the last 15 minutes or so since we had this news, last few minutes, it's up 2%. Well, Bitcoin is currently up in the last 15 minutes about 4%, 5%. That's great, right? That's what you want to see right now. That's what you want to see. Right there. It's just the problem with crypto right now is every time you go look at what's happening. I mean, look at this. FTX El Salvador. Oh, dude, he did fuck over El Salvador. I didn't even think about that. El Salvador's Bitcoin holdings were at FTX. Oh no! Oh no! In deep voice. Oh no! I did not think about that. Let's check this out here very fast. FTX. Medium.com, there it is. How El Salvador lost all Bitcoins on FTX by Crypto Hub. See, this is 6 days ago. So, okay, let's go here to Medium. Let's see if it was all the Bitcoin or half the Bitcoin, a quarter of the Bitcoin. Maybe we'll know, maybe we won't. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. However, let me just go here. El Salvador's president Nayib Bukele made headlines last year when he announced that his country would be making Bitcoin legal tender. Bukele sounds like African Bukele. I'm probably saying it wrong. Invested $375 million into Bitcoin with his country's funds. The move was seen as a vote of confidence in the cryptocurrency, and the value of Bitcoin surged in the aftermath. However, since then, the value of Bitcoin has crashed by 76%, mainly due to macroeconomic factors. The situation took a turn for the worse yesterday when FTX, the second largest crypto exchange, went bust. President Bukele, immediately commented on the situation with, "We demand the immediate extradition of Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of FTX, and Sam Trabucco, former CEO of Alameda Research. Washington must respond within 40. He must respond within 48 hours. Because I doubt he said Washington most respond in 48 hours. El Salvador is also said to be in massive debt crisis and the brink of default. That is why the government is turning to China, who offered El Salvador to buy all of its foreign debt to prevent default. China's making inroads, guys. I keep on saying this, and I know we don't talk about it a lot, but China's making inroads in South America. In America, we're not doing the same thing. It's mostly because we care more about immigration than we do about actual power in Central America from a national security point of view. But the big thing here is it looks like they did lose some money. Right at the end here it says, while the full extent of the damages is still unknown, it's clear that this is a major setback for both El Salvador and the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Ouch! What's this guy's Twitter account? Do we know it? No. No. I don't care about their Twitter. Nayib. Let me just type in Nayib. He has to be towards the top for that name. Nayib. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What the heck is that? Is that airport? Oh, that's airport. Okay, I was like, what the heck? Airports don't need to look that fancy. That's a really small airport, actually. That's a tiny, tiny airport. Look at that. How many flights can fit in there? But I guess I don't know how many people are flying down to El Salvador. I haven't flown down to El Salvador in a few years. Nope, that's not in English. It's not in English. Not in English. Less homicides, I'm guessing. Whoa, look at this. When I went to El Salvador, I saw a lot of weapons. They're not even held by the military. They're held by the cops. They have a large police force down there. But man, these guys are humming and hollering. Whoa. Can you imagine if Biden was posting this stuff? Oh, man. So, wait. So this stuff happened over the 9th. 8th. I don't see Sam's name in here or anything. No, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I have to look for it, I guess, later on. And you can see here's Bitcoin's first candle bar after that big spike. We'll see if the move will continue here or if we might come down a little bit. But I mean, Dogecoin's up 20% right now, 21% right now. We're about 9 cents. You guys, it's not blocking my head's not blocking anything. Okay, there we go. There you go. And CNBC is still talking about inflation cools, futures soar. So inflation might be turning a leaf right now. We'll have to see. Let's take a quick look at oil here. This may help us out a little bit more over the next few next month. Go down here to U.S. oil. You can see oil's going up as well. That's not, maybe that's not good for you guys' accounts. Your budgets. So as far as the week is concerned, oil is still coming down. Though we had the death cross here. We're going to see if we can pop back above it. But you know, oil did break down, coming back down a little bit since then. I wonder if we're going to go back into more of a trading range here because OPEC is going to try to keep the price at a decent range here, like above $80, I think is their goal. But guys, you know, we're starting to see some peaks here, which is a good thing. Kind of going back over here with oil prices. Dooba-doop. Dooba-doop. Dooba-dooba-doop. I sound like somebody from The Sims right there. But this is some good news, guys. Oil not going up today is probably not good news. You'll probably see it go up a little bit more. But we'll find out another support level here that we can use. Because, I mean, the fact that it went negative really screwed up any technical analysis, if you guys understand that. We went negative for a while. Anything else right here? Looking at gold is up. Even gold is up right now. Like, gold is up. Anything else here? UK oil is up as well, just a little bit today. US oil is up a little bit today as well, so you guys can see that. Natural gas is up a little bit on the news. I wonder. No, we still have a half an hour before the market opens up, but I should be able to go over here to YouTube breakouts. Let me go to some of my oil stocks because energy fell like a rock yesterday. Devon was down about 7% right here. Yeah, and you can see pre-market, it's already jumping back up right now. But remember, guys, I told you guys I was starting to scale out of some of my energy plays, or I'm back to start scaling out. I'm gonna still start to scale out of my energy plays. Okay. Low dividend rate interest plays. I've been holding a lot of these energy plays for a while. Some since the COVID. So back over here when 2020, and the dividends have been fantastic. Mostly PXD. PXD is something I went heavy early on. Just because the dividend number was like 10%, I was like, ooh, 10% dividends. But you can see a lot of these oil plays are starting to stagnate just a little bit. If you're a long-term holder, this is still going to be good for you guys. But if you're like more of a short-term player and you guys don't care about dividends, be careful if you're getting into energy right now. You can see how choppy the market got. ZOM, same thing. Was down like 4 or 5% yesterday. Now you can see pre-market, it's all the way back up here. We're going back into a trading range. Excuse me. Ah, man. All right. CNBC has literally like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heads on the screen right now. Absolutely insane. They're all just so jubilant, or probably jubilant. I haven't been listening to them. But yeah, so good news, everybody. This is what you wanted to see here. One of the reasons I told you guys I was taking that baby position. It doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, but this kind of gives us a little bit of a cooling off factor. So maybe we can try to consolidate. This gives us the ability to attempt to consolidate and make a move up over the next few weeks. Okay, that's what this does. We have to hope that we don't really have much more bad news coming out of FTX. We don't want to see any other exchanges having issues, or Bitcoin will, for the most part, Bitcoin will drop down to like 14,500 at least, maybe even to the low 14,000s, maybe even to 13,000. So we bought ourselves some time here, and that's great because you guys know this. There was a lot of people shorting the market right now off of all the news. Like we just went to my homepage and we saw it right there. I just lost track because of that meme thing there. But you saw a lot of people still talking about FTX and how bad things really are, and how there may be a worry about Tether right now. Let's hope that doesn't happen and get worse. See, I don't know. People are saying this, but I'm trying to find out. Maybe it's just maybe he just said a statement and not a tweet, right? Not the same thing here. We demand the immediate extradition of Sam Bankman-Fried and Tabruco. Washington must most. He did say most. Typo there. Must respond within 48 hours, right? CZ still doing his stuff, and he's like showing, hey, we got a bunch of money. We're chill. We're good. But yeah, everybody's talking about inflation. Inflation. Former Forex traders, where are you trading now? That's an interesting question. Crypto fallout right here. DB. Anything right here? Solana's probably pumping up right now, just like everything else. Don't worry, Gary. Let's see. That's me. Mostly inflation. Goodbye, Lambo. Hello, roller skates. There's Tom. That's Tom's humor. It's good humor. How do you like Twitter Blue so far? It's awesome. Oh man. Okay, but what do you call? It looks like people are pretty happy with the results, and you can see Bitcoin is still trying to pump up. Let's go to the minute chart right here. We're still pumping, guys. Look at that. We just had our small consolidation period, and we're trying to break out again to see if we can continue moving up. I would probably look for, these are all Fibonacci retracements. You guys might want to put on some Fibonacci extension levels here. But that, let me see. Can I do that for you guys? We got some short terms. Actually, let me just do this. This is faster. Now we're blasting through all these. We're just blasting through them. We ran into the one which is normal where people scale out. You guys know my opinion on this. But we've consolidated and we're trying to make a run up towards about 17,821. And then we might see it go up all the way to 18,244 if the stock market rallies throughout the day here, okay? So we're in a good spot. Now, I told you guys I would be scaling out a portion. Like let me see. Let me just get out of all this crap here. There you go. I told you guys I bought some yesterday. A small amount. I told you guys a small amount yesterday, under 16,000. I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some altcoins. I told you guys there's gonna be a quick in and out. It's gonna be a quick in and out. And then if a pattern, you guys know I'm a big pattern sucker. If a pattern presents itself, I'll be entering back in with some money over the next few days or so. And hey, Secret Fish, happy to see you. Thank you very, 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 very much for the super chat, man. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'm really happy CPI data is better than expected. We really needed this. Oh my gosh. And I do like the little pear guy. I got some pears the other day. Freaking amazing. I even gave my mom some pears and she ate them with Cool Whip or something like that, which I'd never done before, but it sounds pretty good. Where was I? Secret Fish distracted me with an awesome super chat. Thank you very much. And there it goes, popped up. Oh, thank you again. See, that's my favorite one. I don't know why, but that second one is always jolly as heck can be. And hey, Gary Gensler. CPI data was good. That is very, very good. But yeah, you guys know I scaled out of my position a little bit yesterday. My shorts are probably all stopped out right now after just basically doing the traditional breakdowns here. But I'm going to wait for another opportunity to kind of get in here. And I told you some of the coins I bought was Bitcoin. Well, you buy Bitcoin at about 15,800 here. I don't know if I can see it. It's not like it's the craziest profit because I didn't really do a lot of leverage off of it. But, right now it's up around 10%. That's fine. I guess it was a little bit of leverage on some of the plays. But, I didn't do leverage on Bitcoin. I did leverage on Ethereum because Ethereum kind of bounces more. So you can see Ethereum is up 17%. That's kind of why. And this is why I kind of remind you guys every now and again, it's pretty good to be buying Bitcoin, buying off of Bitcoin's prices and not just the other assets prices, right? So my Ethereum is making me a lot more money, but it's also running up against a Fibonacci level right now. The other ones I told you guys I bought was like stuff like UFO token, which moved up a lot during the last bear market rally here. And thank you very, very much, Secretfish. I really do appreciate it. Rock and roll. Oh, yeah, buy for definitely rock and roll. Thank you very, very much, Secretfish. I really, really do appreciate it. Very, very, very much so, my man. I always. Oh, and I'll use that to what do you call? I was going to show you guys one other thing here. The tweet yet. Get out of USDT now. Tron stablecoin. Oh God, I hope not. God, I don't even want to go there at this point in time. What do you call it? But here, so Ethereum's working out pretty well. But some of those other coins we had talked about yesterday, UFO tokens up 17%. The main reason I bought into this yesterday, though, is you guys remember when I bought this last time. Let's go to the daily. Let's go to the weekly chart. Not monthly chart. There we go. Last time we had some good news here. We pumped up like from low to high. I'll just do low to high. Pumped up around 713%. I think I made like anywhere like around 600% profit on it. I'm hoping that if we find a local bottom here, even if we go choppy for the next few weeks, maybe we can get back up here and do maybe a cup and handle or something. Maybe. See how it looks. And hey, Phoenix, have a good rest of your morning. And thank you again, Ticketfish. I really, really do appreciate it. Maybe we have a cup and handle, something like that, leading into the end of the year. I would like that. This is still December over here. Then kind of goes to January, and then things might cool off a little bit. But a lot of news could break before then, honestly. But if we just manage to get back up from here, just back up to this local level, that's 48%. That's kind of what I'm hoping for here. I don't have leverage on UFO gaming, though. I have no leverage on this trade. I only really have leverage on Ethereum because Ethereum is like that safety net for me. It's nice and it's comfortable to trade. And there we go, back over here. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin very fast. Bitcoin's now up 10%, everybody. So let's go back to the 15-minute chart. Still buzzing and humming at this point, guys. And we're just trying to break above that 200 moving average. We're stopping a death cross on the 15-minute chart, which is always a good news right there. And thank you very much, Secretfish, again. I'm always going to say thank you, Secretfish. I can't not say thank you. So thank you very much. And I don't know why. I mean, it's technically a hippo that turns into a robot. But I don't know if you guys ever remember that kid show Chowder. It reminds me of that dude. This guy. I don't know why. This is one of my favorite kid shows. And this is when I was like too old for the show anyway, but it was such a good little storyline that I was like, yes. Kid shows nowadays, like Teen Titans Go, they freak out my mind. I have no idea what they are. But Chowder, I vibe with Chowder. And hey, crypto IND link to what? Link to what? Let me know if it's like the Discord or something. I just posted it a few minutes ago, but if you want the Discord link again, I have it right here. This is a reminder to all of you guys. I kind of revamped my Discord since since I know there's been like a lot of bots and stuff kind of spamming. I put a couple bots in here, and so you guys have to verify yourself. And I'm going to tweak the bot stuff a little bit more today, and to make it so they have to verify an email. You guys have to verify an email. Like I just think I have to go to server settings or something like that. And rule screening. Verification level, no. There you go. And they have to be on it for longer than 5 minutes. And I think I have to do some other stuff as far as links and yeah, I have to set up this stuff. I have to set up that stuff, but that's for later on today. I got a lot of work to do today, but after this stream, I'm going to bed for a little bit of time, and then I kind of went to bed like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up at 4 to get ready for the stream. I did not get much sleep last night. I was busy playing God of War. Yeah. What do you call it? Link coin? Oh, Link coin. Okay, let's go over here very fast. Let's see if I have Link on my watch list here. There it is. Up 13% right now. Looking pretty good. Having a nice little bounce. Let's see. Been rough lately, but I'm back. Hey, Ruben. What do you call it? Definitely been rough in the market. I think everybody could agree with you there. Definitely been rough in the market. Link is one of those coins, though, that hasn't broken down below the June lows here. The ones, so you should be fine right now. I mean, like the lows are way down here. Even through yesterday, we didn't break down. We were still pretty much above them. So that's good news for us. That's more if you guys were doing the zone buying technique. But you guys will probably be a little bit more worried about that because a lot of other assets are breaking down below those same zones here. But guys, we're looking at some very good stuff. I'm happy with the CPI number. I'm really happy with it. Now, I'm not really happy with like the overall number, but I'm happy that it was cooler than expected. It was better than expected, and the market is reacting properly to that. Just before CPI data came out, what were we talking about? Maybe a potential little fake pump and then a crash. And what we're talking about now, the market's trying to pump back up, right now, and that's just some very good news for all of us. Let's see. Crypto IND, thanks. Yeah, no worries, guys. Always happy to help you guys out. And thank you again very much, Sugarfish. I really do appreciate it. Wait, yeah, even Crow Coin's up a little bit. I want to just see what happens today as far as FTX. And I don't know if you're still there, Sugarfish, or if you're busy doing your thing. But there was a... Can I go here? No, I don't know where it is. We just saw it a few seconds ago. Oh yeah, this one right here. Oh, Sam Bankman-Fried says, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but it was Chibuku's idea, then proceeds to leave Slack FTX group. Oh my gosh. This is the one I wanted to show you, Sugarfish. El Salvador's Nayib Bukele. We demand the immediate extradition of Sam Bankman-Fried and Chibuku. Washington, I think he means must respond within 48 hours, and that's from the BBC. I wonder what you think about that. I don't think they're going to extradite him, but I would think it'd be hilarious if he was extradited down to El Salvador. El Salvador prisons aren't like American prisons. I've seen them. They're not the same, okay? I've done a lot of humanitarian aid work down in El Salvador, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I love it a lot. But man, they don't joke around when it comes to crime. Oh yeah, I heard about this. This is not crypto related, but Adidas will continue to sell the lucrative sneaker and apparel line stripped of the Yeezy name and branding. Like, nobody's gonna buy a Yeezy that's not a Yeezy. There are, like, despite all the crazy stuff Kanye said, people still want to buy his product. If it's not his product, they're not gonna buy it here. At least I don't think so. But it's absolutely insane that how everything worked out. Let me go over here. Dollar index, yeah, the dollar index is crashing. Oh, that means it broke down here. So that's good for us. Lex Friedman, most people are good. Yeah, oh, that's 7 hours ago. But yeah, so there we go. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin. Actually, dollar index breakdown. So this means our next level of support really is, well, actually, let's do this now because we're breaking down as far as the dollar index is concerned. Let's go to the monthly chart. Let's go here. Let's get rid of all this information. Where's the last low we really had? Let's go down here. That next big level of support is all the way down here at $104. If we do have a couple months of good drops in the dollar index, that could lead to maybe a good December and maybe even a good January for us. And that would be very welcome after the freaking roller coaster we just had. Okay? Because you guys have to remember, when Bitcoin had its big move here, we can get rid of this stuff right now. When Bitcoin had it, this is a monthly chart. When Bitcoin had its bad month here due to Celsius and Voyager catastrophe and some of that, we kind of went sideways for a little bit. Maybe we'll have another sideways move, but within that sideways, we have that trading range. And if you're buying at the bottom part of the range, that could be okay. Although maybe it'll be more like a, I don't know if how this month's going to hold out. We still have 20 days left, so let's not buy into this too much here. But, you know. Something like that, or maybe we manage to break out. I don't know if we're going to break down and break out, but this is kind of what we're looking at for the next few weeks. I would be okay trading in this range, especially with the good CPI data, especially with the stock market that may try to rally back up here, okay? On CNBC, Apple's up like 3.5% right now. That's awesome. You know, I mean, but you're already seeing crypto assets moving up a lot more than that at this point in time. So if you guys were bold enough to take those bets, and I only took a small bet myself, you guys have the opportunity to scale out of those positions right now or get completely out of them or whatever you guys want. Day traders are going to go wild, though. Day traders are going to go wild. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin. All right. There we go. Let's see how much further we can get. We can see Bitcoin going up here. Now let's go back to the 50-minute chart. I like the way it kind of spreads out there. There we go. And just still running into that 200 moving average there. Let's see. And hey, Elmer. Yeah, no worries, guys. I'm about to go to bed here in a little bit. No more Yeezys. I'm on Kanye's side. I don't see how they can still sell his branded shoes and they broke his contract, but yeah. Oh, yeah, it's not a good look for Adidas, but I mean, like, they're going to try to make as much money off of it as possible. That they're a company. But yeah, I mean, there are still tons and tons of Kanye fans out there. Lots and lots of people like his music. And, they don't really care about his, like, public statements because he's just a musician, right? Or an artist, I guess, if that's what you call it. But that was bold of Adidas to do, and I don't know if it's going to pan out the way they think it's going to pan out. But I don't know if Kanye is going to sue anything. Does Kanye have Twitter now? I always forget. What's his name? Ye? Yo, Ye? I don't know. Kanye. Kyrie Irving. This is not affiliated with Kanye West. Oh, okay, fan account. Nope, I don't think he has a Twitter account. I don't know. Maybe it's blocked or banned. I don't know what happened over the past few months with him on Twitter. I haven't been following him. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on in a nutshell right now. It seems pretty wild. See, and hey, discount CPI was cooler than expected. Discount killer. Bitcoin loved it. The futures market for the futures markets for stocks loved it. Everybody loved it. The only thing that did not like this news was the dollar index, and that's coming down fast and hard, and that is a good sign for a lot of people out there. Okay, let's go over here to the 1 hour chart. You can see that dip and rip that we just had. Well, we're also running into the 50 moving average on the 1 hour chart here. But yeah, we like what we saw, guys. This was overall some really, really great information, really, really great news. It's some different now, like Kanye or something goofy. Kanye. Oh, I don't know. I feel like if we search for it, Twitter should still have it in there. Justin, El Salvador president denies rumors that they have Bitcoin FTX. I mean, I don't know, man. Sus. There we go. Let's see. A viral thread. Let's see. NFT God? No, but this guy has 65,000 followers. It's easy to get what do you call thread when you have 65,000 followers. But all the same, can you save tweets to read later? No, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'll scroll down later on. Wait, you guys said it was like Kanye? Okay. Kanyeezy. No, I don't see it anywhere. I won't go too hard. YouTube may get mad at YouTube may get mad at me. But yeah. So everybody, we're in a good spot right here. Let's hope that news doesn't come out and that we start to see some really crazy stuff go on afterwards. But guys, we're in a very, very good spot. Oh, that Justin Sin guy that we were talking about yesterday that's going to try to help out a little bit with FTX. He just posted 4 hours ago saying, ARC building is well underway, the modern time crypto voyage for FTX users to weather the crypto storm. We are on standby, backed by the robust global infrastructure at Huobi Global. Stay safe and dry, FTX official. And they show like ARC, Noah's Ark, an old picture of it. Emperor Bitcoin says, this is to remind you that 8 to 20K would have been the bottom if this man didn't lie to his $1 million customers. I don't think that's true personally. I don't think that's true at all. But I think a lot of people called the bottom being at the June lows. And when they were wrong after this debacle, they have to save face somehow. But I think there are different viewpoints on whether June was going to be the bottom. I didn't think it was. But I also didn't see this FTX debacle happening. I'm glad I was able to kind of say, hey, I'm getting out of this to all of you guys beforehand because, ouch. Although at this point in time, it still seems like the FTX US accounts are still working fine. It's the FTX International that are having problems. And they're talking about this right now on CNBC. I don't know if you guys can see this. Sequoia Capital marks down their entire loss, so they're going to write it off as a tax refund here. And they're talking about Bitcoin, FTX, and what do you call it? They talk about it a lot. And now they're using all their old footage of Sam just walking around, all that old footage of just him. The footage hits you different now that he's lost everything. Now he just looks like some average Joe that's just very awkward. And not like a major smart individual that's a genius of our time. You know, imagine if Tesla went to zero and they had all these pictures or videos of Elon. It would just hit different, right? But the only thing is, like, Elon's net worth won't go to zero because he just has too much. He's actually like building an infrastructure and a groundwork for something larger, and he's making a profit on it. Now all these pictures, oh my god, it's fun how all these pictures suddenly come out and how they just have a different vibe to them right now. But futures are up, everybody. The market's loving this news. I won't stay on CBC too longer, but they're talking about it a lot. They are talking about it a lot these days. It's always good to see how much crypto has influenced CNBC, Fox Business, and Bloomberg and stuff these days. I do like to see that now they're talking about it on the regular, whereas just a few years ago, they were like, oh, this is an upstart. It's never going to go anywhere. Remember when they said in 2017, don't buy crypto. You'll lose all your money even if you hold for the long term. And, you know, people were like, yeah, sure. But people believed them at the same time. And now all of a sudden, you know, in 2021, everybody's, you know, all-time highs and stuff like that. And we're still technically above where we were in certain parts of 21 too. Although if you did hold in 2021, you might be breaking even right now if you bought towards the top. See, hey, Fat Buddha at Kanye West. I haven't seen it. I don't. What do you call? Let me go over here very fast. No, all I get is Kanye and Elon. Both. I get Elon. Here. Oh, there it is. How does it not show up in search? Elon, if you're listening, what do you call? I gotta tweet out to Elon Musk or something. Yes, he's not. But what do you call? You know, but you guys are saying, like, Twitter has some built-in stuff right now. But yeah, last time he tweeted was November 4th. So I don't want to scroll down this feed and get blocked off of YouTube or anything like that. But yeah, so he's on there. That was kind of hard to find him, man. Oh, hey, Fat Buddha, Sam is tweeting right now. Let's go over here. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Don't be sorry. Be better. There you go. If you guys don't get the God of War reference, I'm sorry. That's just a meme thing I had to do very fast. But let's go over his tweets very fast because I'm pretty sure he made these into a thread, perhaps. Where does this thing start? 17, 18. How far do I have to go down for this? Wait, what? $14, $13, $12. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's weird how he posted it like that. He kind of posted it in reverse. Okay. So he says, number one, I'm sorry. This is the biggest. That's the biggest thing. I fucked up and I should have done better. Then he goes to saying, I also should have been communicating more very recently. They all say that after the fact. Transparency. My hands were tied during the duration of the possible Binance deal. I wasn't particularly allowed to say much publicly, but of course it's on me and we ended up here in the first. I'm very surprised people are liking these tweets. So here's an update on where things are. This is all about FTX International, the non-US exchange. FTX US users are fine. That's good news. We talked about that a little bit earlier. If you guys are on FTX US, they're fine. I'm still not going to the exchange. I don't want any part of the exchange after this. I just don't. Treat all of these numbers as rough. They are approximations here. FTX International currently has a total market value of assets collateral higher than client deposits. Moves with prices, okay? So let me read that again. FTX International currently has a total market value of assets collateral higher than client deposits. Moves with prices. But that's different from liquidity for delivering, as you can tell from the state of withdrawals. The liquidity varies widely from very to very little. The full story here is one that I'm still fleshing out every detail of, but as of a very high level, I fucked up twice. The first time, a poor internal labeling of bank-related accounts meant that I was substantially off my sense of user margins. I thought it was way lower. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. He got lawyers for this. But I digress. My sense before, leverage 0x US liquidity ready to deliver 24x average daily withdrawals. Actual leverage 1.7x liquidity 0.8x Sunday's withdrawals. All right. Because of course when it rains it pours, we saw roughly 5 billion of withdrawals on Sunday, the largest by a huge margin. And so I was off twice, which tells me a lot of things, both specifically and generally, that I was shit at. At a third time, in not communicating enough, I should have said more. I'm sorry, I was slammed with things to do and I didn't give updates to you at all. And so we are where we are, which sucks, and that's on me. I'm sorry. Anyways, right now, my number one priority by far is doing right by the users. And I'm going to do everything I can to do that, to take responsibility and do what I can. So right now, we're spending the week doing everything we can to raise liquidity. I can't make any promises about that, but I'm going to try and give anything I have to it if that'll make it work. There are a number of players who we are in talks with, LOIS, term sheets, etc. We'll see how that ends up. Excuse me. Every penny of that and the existing collateral will go straight to users unless or until we've done right by them. After that, investors, old and new, and employees who have fought for what's right for their career and who weren't responsible for any of their fuck-ups. Because at the end of the day, I was CEO, which means that I was responsible for making sure things that went well. Ultimately, I should have been on top of everything. I clearly failed that. I'm sorry. And they're still talking about crypto on CNBC, by the way, right now. So what does this mean going forward? I'm not sure. That depends on what happens over the next week, but here are some things I know. First, one way or another, Alameda Research is winding down trading. They aren't doing any of the weird things that I have seen on Twitter and nothing large at all, and one way or another, soon they won't be trading on FTX anymore. I don't know. The reporting seems to be pretty good on that one, but we'll see when court cases come traveling down, right? Second, in any scenario in which FTX continues operating, its first priority will be a radical transparency. Transparency it probably always should have been giving as close to on-chain transparency as it can, so people know exactly what's happening on it. All of the stakeholders would have had a hard look at FTX governance. I will not be around if I'm not wanted. So he may get voted out if he's, the shareholders or the people that own certain parts of the company, the board members, they say big O F you to SBF. Now, all the stakeholders, investors, regulators, users would have a large part to play in how it would be run. Solely trust. But all of that isn't what matters right now. What matters most right now is trying to do right by customers. That's it. A few other assorted comments. This was about FTX International. FTX US, the US-based exchange that accepts Americans, was not financially impacted by this shit show. It's 100% liquid. Every user could fully withdraw Modelo gas fees, etc. Not Modelo, Modulo. Updates on its future coming. At some point, I might have more to say about a particular sparring partner, so to speak. That's CZ. Wink, wink. All right. But glass houses. So for now, all I can say is, well played. You won. So he's trying to bring some flack over to CZ. It's not going to work. Not advice of any kind in any way. I was not very careful with my words here and do not mean any of them in a technical or legal sense. I may well have not described things right. Though I'm trying to be transparent. I'm not a good developer and probably misdescribed something. He's covering his tracks because you saw what happened with Amber Heard's Twitter during the Johnny Depp trial. It comes to bite you back in the buttocks. And he says, and finally, I sincerely apologize. We'll keep sharing updates as we have them. So guys, yada yada yeah. What a shit show. Boo this man. Boo this man. Boo. I mean, what do you call it? It's saying nah, bro. No to Sam Bankman-Fried. People are still mad. You can see some of the old posts right here. Oh man, this is a golden one too. I mean, yeah. Why are you here? I thought you were financially stable. Good old Doge. This is some good stuff, guys. This is some really, really good stuff right now. But yeah, you can see that it's bad. I ain't reading all that. I'm happy for you though, or sorry that happened. Definitely seeing some interesting stuff here. Okay, guys. The one thing is, I'm just surprised how many people like these tweets. Like, why do people like them after all this happened, right? Here, I'll post it again. ... Be better. Somebody's gonna get this joke. If they don't, I don't care. It's Twitter. I can do whatever I want. I'm verified now. Okay. Loki wants to say hi. I'm about to take him out to go use the bathroom. Loki. There he goes. I'm sorry. There you go. Yep. Okay, there you go. But yeah. So yeah, this is definitely some crazy stuff here. But man, he just laid out a massive thread. Let's go back to his main page here. Let's get off of Kanye's very fast. I'm still terrified that YouTube may try to go after me if I just show his Twitter account. But yeah, so he's actually lost some followers over the past few days. What do you call it? So there you have it. You can see he's trying to say what happened, but at the very end, he's like, oh wow, a lot of this stuff may not be true because I don't really know what I'm talking about here. I'm not that good at this stuff. So there could be a lot of misinformation in this post. Okay, so just be very, very careful about trying to take his side because at the end of the day, his side was really, really bad. Let's see. And hey, Elmer, so this is a legitimate response to CPI being 0.01 less than expected? Yeah. So it was a nice little pop as far as crypto is concerned. The futures are up quite a bit as well. Bitcoin's running into a little bit of resistance right now, but that's because it just popped up like 5-6% after the CPI number came out. And now CNBC is talking about Sam Bankman-Fried. We can listen in very fast.
Very recently, and saying transparently his hands were tied during the duration of the possible Binance deal. Of course, as we said, that wasn't a long period of time, but he said he couldn't say much publicly. Updates. It's all about FTX International. The non-U.S. exchange FTX users are fine. Goes on to say as well that FTX International currently has a total market value of assets versus collateral that's higher than client deposits. Although, guys, my understanding is some people have not been able to get their money out.
No, there haven't been.
Different from
really
liquidity for deliveries. You can tell from the state of withdrawals. Okay, the liquidity varies widely from very to very little.
They're reading it now,
and
but
then again,
I think I did a better job reading than those guys on CNBC did. But anyway, you can see that they're just now getting a hold of this, and they're going to be talking about this more. I'm hoping that this maybe keeps the market in a good spot. That wasn't bad news. That was just kind of a recap of what his side of the story was, with at the very end saying, I could be wrong about some facts here, so don't use this legally against me in court. I think they're still going to use it legally against him in court, though. And hey, Xander, Squid Games meme 10 out of 10. Dude, those memes going after Sam, they are absolutely fantastic right now. Absolutely fantastic. I love them quite a bit. All right, here. That I should have sold meme got me. I mean, I love Twitter. It's primarily for the memes. Like, memes to me do it, videos for me, like, they do it with me on TikTok, right? I love memes a lot. Those are some really high quality memes. Like, let's just go to Sam Bankman-Fried. Let's just go to his main post, if I can find it here. This one? There you go. The replies. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Boo this man. Why here? Oh, you guys can't see the whole thing. Oh, man. Yeah, you gotta love this stuff. This is the one you guys were just talking about a few seconds ago. Oh, man. Look at The Big Short 2. Sam Bankman-Fried, Do Kwon, Michael Saylor. Like, what do you call it? The dip just kept dipping. That's the quote. Oh, man. I mean, open to anyone to buy a monkey picture. Oh, man. Are you winning, son? Illiquid of AF dad. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We trust you. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see the quote tweets. Yep. Man. Okay. But that about sums it up for the day, everybody. I'll probably see you guys later on tonight if I can, but I'm about to go hit the hay and have some sleep. I'm really, really tired. Good day, good CPI report. Once the market opens up in about a minute or so, we'll see if the market starts to come back down or up or whatnot. And you know, I'll try to go live at least one more time today, but no promises just because I'm beat here. But the market's, well, here, let's kind of watch this for the next few seconds. Bitcoin's about to, or excuse me, the stock market's about to open up in just 1 minute. And I can put up Bitcoin on the right-hand side right here. And I'll put something like the SPY or the NASDAQ up here. Just so you can see, we'll go SPY. The SPY has pre-market action right here. So you can see we're still moving up higher after the news. And we should have a pretty robust move in the markets here if we're lucky, okay? Let's see how this works out, though. Very fast. Yeah, you definitely have to have a sense of humor in this market. 16 seconds, and then we're good to go. And then after that, we'll show you guys a couple seconds of the market, then I'll head off here. Let's actually top that off right there, and you guys can see what's going on. 3, 2, 1. Coming down a little bit, going up a little bit. So the SPY is taking off now. People are probably going to be selling no calls for yesterday. A big gamble day here, but you had a big discount on calls if you bought yesterday. I did not buy yesterday. I'm not trading into CPI data. I never do. Unless you're hedging, I guess. Bitcoin's coming down a little bit. S&P is doing fine. What's the NASDAQ doing right here? What the heck's happened to NASDAQ? The Dow Jones is up. The NASDAQ is always so weird. I don't know why it does this. Why does it do that? Okay, I'm not going to worry about the NASDAQ here. It probably fix itself here in the next few minutes, but TradingView is having an issue with it. But you can see Bitcoin's going up. Let me go over here very fast. This is old. You can see we've gapped up a little bit, and we're hoping that this will take us up even higher over the next few days. Kind of finishing off with a golden cross, and now we might have a more of a pump. You know, if you guys are looking to trade for the long term, this could be what we need to start off a rally going into the end of the year that everybody's been talking about. But to be honest, if you guys bought Bitcoin before this moment, it may be kind of hard to make a really good profit unless you bought really at these lows down here, okay? So we're in a good spot. Opening bells just happening. I'm not going to play the sound, but you can see all that beautiful green right there. Green everywhere, except for that one little tick at the very, very end and a couple unches. We are looking very, very good here. Okay, guys? Very, very good. And you see the military. Good for them. I don't know exactly what they are. They may be cops. I can't tell. But there's an insignia behind them that looks pretty cool. Okay.